Hello, my name is Kayla Latzer, and today I will be giving a lesson about adapting your speech content to your audience. This information will be useful to you when you're preparing for your upcoming speeches in person or over Zoom. There will be a total of 4 fundamentals I will be talking about today, all of which will also be helpful when connecting with your audience and choosing your topics. Pictured here is President Obama, who in my opinion is one of the best speakers of our time. There's a lot to learn from him when it comes to word choice, pacing, tone, and relating to an audience. So, how do we adapt to our audience? The 4 pillars of connecting to our audience is through common ground, believability, sensitivity, and evaluating our circumstances. Some of these are harder to achieve in an environment like this, where I can't see my audience, but there's definitely some things we can do in our preparation stages to make sure that these 4 pillars are met. Today, I am going to go through each of them and provide a better understanding of how these can be effective. Starting with common ground. Common ground can be defined as sharing interests or opinions with others. An example of this would be the Democratic National Convention. The common ground is the political party of the people present. Sometimes it can be difficult to find common ground with your audience. This is where it is your job to build bridges between you and your audience and find at least one thing we can all laugh about, cheer about, or cry about. When writing your speech, this is a good thing to have in mind so that you can go into your speech being confident, knowing you're going to be able to connect with your audience. Having this connection with your audience is what will lead them to believing you. That being said, believability is your second pillar of adapting your speech to your audience. This is where you will build your credibility, your trust, and build your energy, just like that puppy there. Credibility and competence of the topic is built through preparation of your speech. So this would be your research, your experiences, and the way that you deliver your speech is how this will all come across. If you are quiet and unsure, you're not going to seem credible. Like right now, hopefully, I sound pretty knowledgeable about this topic. I've done my research and reading prior to this to make you trust me in this concept. Once your audience trusts you and thinks you know what you're talking about, you can build the energy of your audience along with your own. People will stay awake and listen to an exciting speaker, but they will fall asleep with the lackluster one. As we discussed with elevator speeches, being passionate in what you're talking about will lead you to being able to keep your energy up during your speech. Moving on to our next pillar, sensitivity. This pillar only works if you do. What does that mean? This means paying attention to your time and audience while you are speaking. If you see someone falling asleep, make a joke, tell a story that you maybe didn't have planned to gain back that person's attention. This is the most challenging pillar to achieve since it requires you to possibly go off course. With experience, this will become more of a natural thing to do and look out for. We are most familiar with keeping track of our time during a speech due to the classes that we take, which is a great first step to achieving being sensitive during a speech. A great way to practice this is by being the one to spark a new conversation at the dinner table when things go quiet. Noticing that things are quiet will help you be more aware of your audience falling asleep during your speech. The 4th pillar of adapting your speech to your audience is evaluating your circumstances. This includes some preparation such as knowing beforehand where you're speaking. Is it indoors or outdoors? Will you have a mic? Does that mean you need to practice how you're going to project? This is a great thing to do if you are struggling in public speaking anxiety. That allows you to know more about your environment that you'll be speaking in beforehand so that you don't have to show up and be thrown on stage. That being said, I hope you learned a thing or two about adapting your speech to your audience. And the next time you have to do a speech, remember CBSC. Common ground, believability, sensitivity, and circumstances. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great week.